Now, with the ongoing drought crisis, genetically modified crops are seen as a solution to the failing harvests. GMO pioneer scientists are using this time to fill the knowledge gap that has slowed down the adoption of such crops, saying this would boost production and reduce post-harvest loss.
Kenya is largely arid and semi-arid. More than 80% is ASAL. We have only about 16%, which is high potential, where you can grow a crop and expect to harvest without irrigation. We need all forms of technologies to be able to increase food production and to be able to utilize the various parts of the country that have challenges.
By using BT cotton, which is engineered to resist the cotton bollworm, farmers are able to reduce the number of sprays required in one season from 12 to about 3. And the 3 are not even targeting the insect that we are talking about, the stalk ball, the bollworm. So, in essence, therefore, the technology is assisting us to retire the use of excessive pesticides, and therefore it contributes to the positive impact on the environment.
Now, in 2012, Kenya banned GM foods after a controversial study linked such foods to cancer. But late last year, the new cabinet lifted the ban in an effort to make Kenya food secure. Now, this conference, according to the CEO of National Biosafety Authority, is an outreach, their way of creating awareness and demystify GMO.
We have mounted this conference as part of a public awareness and education campaign to make the science known, to make the regulatory framework known, so that we can give our people comfort and confidence that the science is good. It is being conducted by our own scientists in Cairo, in Kenyatta University, and again, the regulatory framework that is enshrined within the Biosafety Act is sufficiently robust to assure the safety of human health, the safety of animal health, and an adequate protection of the environment.
Now, with the ongoing drought crisis, genetically modified crops are seen as a solution to the failing harvests. GMO pioneer scientists are using this time to fill the knowledge gap that has slowed down the adoption of such crops, saying this would boost production and reduce post-harvest loss.
There is BT maize, where the gene from a soil-borne bacteria, Bacillus thuringiensis, which already any person who is eating salad is actually eating Bacillus thuringiensis because it is a soil-borne bacteria. Nobody cooks the salad, so it's expected that your salad has BT, and we eat it, and nobody has died out of eating salad. What we have only done is that in that salad, that bacteria that is called BT is not biotechnology, it is Bacillus thuringiensis. It's actually just telling you the source of the gene, where it was picked from, and how it has been used to be put into the maize. So what does it do? That particular toxin, which is expressed from this bacteria, that gene is what we have moved it into the genome of maize, so that maize is able to produce that toxin. What does that do? It means that any stem borer that eats the maize is the one that is going to be affected. Somebody would say, if it kills the stem borer, why can't it kill your body? Because the root of mechanism of action is that the gut of a stem borer is alkaline. That is the environment that breaks now the toxin into active form. Our human guts are not alkaline. They are acidic, and therefore they cannot break it. And that's the reason why it can't affect us. The same way when you take a drug, it goes to your blood and looks for malaria and leaves your other cells. It's the same way this BT is also very, very specific just to stem borer and leaves you against other things. So it's a very easy way really to help our food challenges in this country.
As the politics of GMO continue across the country and beyond, more Kenyans, even leaders, are starting to warm up to the idea.
I think it's lack of sufficient knowledge in the field, and people being emotive about things they don't know. Actually, it all boils around knowledge. If people are clear, I'm telling you, I was one of the biggest critics of this science, but I did not know much, because when you hear GMO, you don't understand what it is. So, but when you know, when they take you further and tell you, we're not talking about GMOs. Generally, we are talking about BT cotton. And BT cotton, the difference between a natural cotton and BT cotton is because BT cotton has BT. And BT is a bacterial gene. It's a gene from a bacteria called BT. So they isolate a gene, put it in cotton, and then the cotton prevents itself from the pests. It's as simple as that. BT does not harm human beings. It has no effect on environment. In any case, it is extracted from the same environment.
A good example from Professor Richard Oduor, a GM pioneer from Kenyatta University, was a maize variety that is pest resistant. Now, in times when nearly 4 million Kenyans are facing acute food insecurity, perhaps GM foods could be an option to explore.